everybody. Welcome to today's class. We are going to go over the Pilates basics. If you are brand new to Pilates, this is an excellent introduction for you. If you've taken a million mat Pilates classes, this is a great class for you too, because sometimes it's important to just have a refresher and take a moment to decompress and go through those basic moves, which is the platform to any Pilates mat class or reformer, or if you go into other apparatuses. This is also a good class for the basis to functional training, how to do a good plank, how to do a good sit-up. This is going to be a really good introductory class, okay? So all you're going to need is a mat and yourself. Follow along. My name is Kat. I will lead you guys through this workout today, so enjoy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sit how we feel comfortable. Everybody's a little bit different, right? So for me, I feel very comfortable in this crisscross position. Maybe that doesn't work for you and you want to take a mermaid position, or maybe just having your legs out straight helps, okay? But we want the best seated position where we're going to have our spine nice and tall, because we're going to go over breath pattern. So a breath pattern and a breath sequence in Pilates is pretty specific. So what we're going to do first is we're going to find our rib cage with the palm of our hand. So take your hand and just put it right on the rib cage. Now we're going to imagine that the rib cage is a xylophone. I think that's what it's called, right? That musical instrument that goes up and down and it plays. We're going to pretend our rib cage is that. So the first thing we're going to do is take a big inhale through the nose, and we're going to widen the abdominals, and then we're going to exhale, bring it all together. Let's do it again in practice. So inhale, widen, and exhale, bring your fingertips back together. Let's do it a few more times. Big inhale, widen, exhale, bring it all together. And one more time. Big inhale, widen, and exhale, bring it all together. Now that is a breath we want to take when we are in class. Now everyone breathes a little bit differently. For example, myself, I'm a quiet breather. You're not really going to hear me breathe, but I've taken classes where the person next to me, they're a really loud breather, and you take it as you want. There is no harm in either or. Okay, so as we go, I'll tell you the inhales and the exhales. Throughout your class, especially a basic class, if breathing is getting too confusing, I want you to just manually breathe, okay? You don't have to focus so much on the inhales and exhales of the specific move. So with that, let's get started. So we're gonna sit on our mat, and the first thing we're gonna do is we always wanna sit up nice and tall, because we wanna check in with ourselves. We want to see what's going on. Can we sit up nice and tall, or is today maybe a challenging day to sit up tall? Are our hamstrings tight? If they are, bend the knees so we can concentrate on the tailbone to the crown of the head being in that erect position. So we're going to point our toes, okay? And we're going to zip up the inner thighs. We're going to have our arms nice and long. Now we want to create nice long lines throughout our class. So we want the middle of the finger to be directly in alignment with the shoulder. We want our shoulders just in a neutral position and our head looking towards our toes. We're going to reach for the toes in what we call a C curve. So this position from the crown of the head all the way to the toes is what we call a C curve. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're going to slowly roll the spine down, having each bone, which we call our vertebrae in our spine, have a chance to come down on its own. We're going to come all the way down until our head hits. We're going to exhale. We're going to lift into a chest lift position, and we're going to roll up again as we go into our C curve. Inhale. Big exhale, roll down, nice and slow with control. Now in today's class, we're going to do about 5 to 6 reps of everything, because we're going to do everything in detail, everything with precision and control as we dissect each move. So big lift to that chest lift. Use the abdominals to lift yourself up in big reach. Let's do one more as we roll down. Now from here, we're going to flex our feet, so toes towards the nose, and we're going to grab for the toes. Now this is what we call our toe touch test. This first one, we may feel a little bit cramped. It may hurt for some of us, but throughout class, this is going to get more manageable. And throughout sessions, it will get more manageable. Okay. So let's release from the toes, point them, reach out again with an inhale, and then we're going to exhale, slowly start to roll down. And this time we're going to stay all the way down onto the mat. Right knee to tabletop, left knee to a tabletop. This is called a tabletop position. And we want our feet together with our toes pointed, and we want about a fist worth in between the knees. So everybody make a fist with your hands and put it in between the knees, squeeze the fist, hold, let go of your fist, and that's how tight the inner thighs should be, even though that they're apart. Feet are touching, toes are pointed. Arms up to the sky with palms facing each other. Again, we have that nice long line from the fingertip towards the shoulder. We're going to exhale, lift, come up nice and high into what we call a chest lift. Now we want our shoulder blades up and off, and we want to come up pretty high. We're at about mid-scapula. Hold, and slowly lower down. Let's add a simple breath pattern to this. Let's exhale, lift, hold. Inhale, slowly lower down. Exhale, lift, hold. Slowly lower down. And again, exhale, lift, hold. Lower down. Exhale, lift, hold, last one. And inhale, lower down. Now this one. Exhale, lift, hold, hands behind head, everybody. We're going to rotate as we stay lifted in this position to the right. Staying lifted, rotate to the left. Keep this movement going as I add some tips. So we're rotating right about where the bra strap starts. Guys, I know you can imagine where the bra strap is. We know where it's at. Ladies, you may feel it. Elbows stay as wide as you can make them, and our gaze is going to look on the outside of each knee. From here, we are focusing on those deep abdominals, especially the oblique, so that sling of muscles that's on the sides of our abdominals. And rotate. And rotate. Last one. Come back to center. We hold. We lower the arms in alignment with the hips. We take that inhale through the nose, and we exhale, slowly start to roll down. Now, one arm down on the mat at a time. Keep the legs in tabletop. You'll notice that even the legs in this tabletop position is quite a bit of work for the abdominals. So just staying in this position, oh my gosh, those abdominals are on fire. So hold here. You're going to take your right foot and you're going to tap it down, exhale, lift, tap it down, exhale, lift. Now, keep this going. What we're doing here is we're keeping that left leg completely stable and still as that right hip just comes down with precision and lifts. Throughout class, we're going to add these, but in a different way as we add on. Last two, last one, back to tabletop, feet are touching again. Now take that left leg and exhale, lift, and down, and lift, and down, and lift. Now I know if this is your first Pilates class, you're like, this may not feel like a lot, but if you were doing it right and you were working every muscle in your body and you were focusing, this should be a challenge because we want precision. We're not after perfection. That does not exist. We're after precision. 3 and 2, right leg is still, and 1, hold here. Now both legs are gonna go. Drop right, lift, left, lift, right, lift, left, lift. As you do this, that leg that stays in the air, keep it back to tabletop, keep it still. 3, 2, 1. Legs back in tabletop, arms up to the sky. Exhale, lift, hold, hands on the shins, release any pressure that you feel in the back. Slowly lower down. Put your feet down onto the mat, arms down onto the mat as well. We're going to go into something called a pelvic curl. So we want to focus on this pelvis, okay? Now, put your hands right on those bony landmarks, so our pubic bone. And what we're going to do first is we're going to rock our pubic bone, okay, towards our belly button. So we're adding in a tuck, what we call in Pilates a posterior tilt. So you're tucking the tail, and you're going into a slight flexion, rounding of the back, and we're going to roll the spine up into a hybrid position. Hands onto the mat, hold. Now, arms imprinting into the mat, meaning you're pressing into that mat, holding. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to slowly lower the spine down towards the mat, bone by bone, keeping legs nice and still. We do it again. We tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly in, we roll all the way up, and to about the tip of the shoulder blade, okay? So we are firmly planted on the shoulders, and our neck is still. A slight nodding chin to chest. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, slowly roll down, nice and slow. 2 more times, rocking pubic bone to belly button as we roll up. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, slowly roll down. All right, everybody. This next one we're going to hold up. So let's come into our bridge position. Hold here. Remember those leg changes we just did? We're going to do them in the air. Yeah. Modification, you do those leg changes with the spine down. Now from here, right leg to tabletop. Keep that left leg still. Put it down. Then left leg to tabletop. Keep right leg still and put it down. Keep your marches going. Now what you're going to start to notice here, again, if this is your first class, we progress. We use progressions. So we want that first progression, those leg changes we did before, to be nice and good before we move on to this high bridge position. Last few. So 3. And 2. And 1. Both legs down. Come a little bit higher in your bridge. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Slowly lower down. Nice and slow. Beautiful work, okay? Right leg to tabletop again. Left leg to tabletop. You're going to notice we live in this space a lot. Arms out in a letter T. Palms, they are going to face up. Now make sure that that middle finger is in alignment with the shoulders. We don't want it up. We don't want it down. We want that good, proper alignment. So from here, feet together, knees are apart. We're going to sway the legs towards our screen first, okay? And you may notice a good pop in the back. Oof, I always get a pop when I go this direction. Feels so good. That opposite shoulder should be anchoring. Exhale back to the midline. Then we go the other way and back. For some reason, I cannot get a pop on the other side. That drives me crazy. Okay, so other way and back to center. And back. And forth. And couple more. Right, and we do each move and we finish each move. Okay, we modify where we need because eventually we're not going to need to modify. Yeah, it's pretty cool how strong the body is and how much we adapt as humans. And Pilates is one of the best things you can do for your body. Believe me, everybody, I've tried everything. Everything. This is what has changed my body the most. Okay. And let's go ahead and start to finish up this very last one. Now legs back to that tabletop position. Let's amp it up a little bit. arms up to the sky. We're going to exhale, lift, come into that chest lift position again. This time, left leg is going to come out and down in alignment with the hip, so let it hover off the ground. Right knee in towards the chest. We're going to hold here, and then we're going to exhale, switch, and exhale, switch, and exhale, switch, and exhale, switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. Keep this going. Bringing that knee in towards you, staying lifted in the trunk, abdominals, ooh, they are turned on, and we get a stretch through that hip. Toes are pointed, every muscle working in the body, most importantly, our brain. Yeah, last 3, last 2, and exhale that last one. Both knees in towards the chest, hold, inhale, exhale, slowly roll down, down, down. Legs to that tabletop position again. Arms up to the sky. It's a reset. Exhale, lift, come up into your chest lift position. Palms down. We're going to pump the arms. We're going to exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Keep that breath pattern going as I give us tips. So we want to go really, really fast in our hundreds. We do this for about, 100 counts, right? The hundreds. If you wanted to make it more challenging, the legs are going to come out. If not, you keep them bent. Back issues, maybe up to the sky helps. Let's keep it basic today with a bent knee if you choose. We're going to go for 10, 9, last 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, lift, 3, 2, 1, hold, palms face each other. With control, we come down. Excellent work. Come down with the arms and the legs. Legs are going to lengthen out here. We're going to get the hips to loosen. So the hip joint is a very important joint. We tend to get very stiff there, which can create a stiff back. So this is going to help us. Left leg is lengthened out. That left toe is pointed. Right leg to tabletop. Flex this right foot. Bring it up to the sky. Now hold here. Now for some of us, this may be really challenging just to lift this leg up. That's okay. Keep the knee bent, okay? You can even bend this bottom leg. If you can straighten everything, go ahead. Now from here, we're going to bring the leg towards the body, and then we're going to exhale, circle it around. Towards body and circle. And towards and circle and towards and circle and towards and circle and towards and circle. Last 3, 2, 1. Back to the midline hold. Opposite way and circle. Opposite way and circle. And opposite and circle. Keep that going for 3, 2, 1. Back to the midline hold. Bend knee in. Bring it in towards the chest. Excellent work. Now let's see how we do on the other side. So right leg is down, toe is pointed. Left leg to tabletop, flex the foot. Now this side may feel like a completely different leg, or maybe you're pretty even. Awesome. I am not somebody who's even, so this is my leg that's really tough, so I have to breathe through this and concentrate. So left leg is up, flex toe. Bring the leg towards you and circle up and around. Now you may feel maybe this side is your better side. We all have a side that is smarter and stronger and a side that is weaker and misbehaves. We want both sides to match and both behave. And this is going to help us get there. The last 3 in this direction. 2, 1. To the midline hold. Opposite way. Up and around. Up and around. Up and around. Up and around. Last 3. Breathe through it. I know we can get through this. 2. We got to go through some pain to get some benefit. And 1. To the midline hold. Bend knee in. Whew. Bring knee in towards the body. Hold. Legs are going to lengthen out. Feet together, toes pointed. Inner thighs zipped up. Beautiful arms up to the sky. Exhale, lift, come into that chest lift. A little bit of momentum to just bring ourselves up. Excellent job lying on our back. Now we're gonna do some stretches for the back. We're gonna widen the legs as wide as our mat. Now from here, we're gonna flex our feet, toes to the nose. If you feel like the body's doing this, okay, all you're gonna do is bend the knees so you can do this. We want tailbone to the crown of the head, beautiful. And we always wanna wear a nice crown on our head and keep it there and keep it lovely and strong and gaze pointing forward. So, here we go. From here, we're gonna put arms out in the letter T, palms up. We're gonna rotate towards our screen, and all we're gonna do is add 2 pulses. Other way, 2 pulses. And 2 pulses. And 2 pulses. Make sure you don't have something you're gonna hit. I've had so many times in class where I've knocked over a water bottle, or I've had other people in class knock or accidentally hit somebody. But I think we're good in the comfort of our own home. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Hold. Now from here, arms are going to lengthen out, spine stretch. We're going to reach the body forward. We're going to hold, inhale. Exhale, roll, restack the spine. Lengthen arms out. Lower. Exhale, reach, hold. Inhale, and roll the spine up. Exhale, reach, hold. Inhale, and roll the spine up. 2 more times. And reach and hold. And roll the spine up. The last time. Exhale, reach, hold. And then roll the spine up. Beautiful job. Now we're going to come and sit facing our screen. We're going to go into some side line work, what we call living in the lateral flexion. So we're living in a space to the left and to the right, which is not something we typically do throughout the day. So let's see how we do. So we're going to lie down onto our side. Pick a side, it does not matter which one, kind of whichever one you fold onto first. And we're going to lie onto our forearm. The bottom leg is going to stay bent, and this top leg, okay, is going to come out. Now, we're going to put this right hand behind head with elbow up. Maybe you deal with a shoulder injury, you can always put your hand down. If it gets too tough, you can put your hand down as well. Now you're going to swing this leg forward, keep it hip height. Now we don't want to swing it where we're doing this. We want to swing it where we're keeping that spine nice and still. And then back. And then forward. And then back. Again, the spine stays completely still the entire time. And back. And forth. And back. And forth. And back. Beautiful work. Keep it going. And forth. The last 3. 2. 1. Now from here, leg is out. Let's bring elbow to knee, lengthen, stretch. Elbow to knee, lengthen, stretch. Elbow to knee, lengthen, stretch. The last 3, everybody. And 2. Flex your foot. Exhale that last one. Now from here, lower the legs. Your bottom leg is going to reach for the corner of the mat. You're going to take this top foot and you're just going to cross it over. Now from here, staying on the forearm, we're going to put our right hand or our top hand on the hip, and then we're going to lift and reach, and we gently come back down, side bend, and up and reach, and side bend down, okay, up and reach, side bend down, 3 more, that's it. And up and reach, side bend down, and then this last 2, up and reach, and down. And our very last one, up and reach, and down. From here, swing the legs forward, we're gonna go into that toe touch test. Let's see if this feels a little bit better. It should, hopefully. If not, breathe through it. Okay, let's sit up nice and tall, and we're gonna go the other side. Okay, so let's flip it around, everybody. Come on to that forearm. Bend that bottom leg. Make sure it's in alignment with the hip, and set up this leg. I had my instructor, Rail Zakowicz, who's brilliant. He always said the success of an exercise is always 90% set up. And I never forgot that. So I always set up stuff well, right? And that's what we're gonna learn to do. So making sure everything's good, scanning your body before we move. So elbow in alignment with the shoulder, long neck, knees in alignment with hip. We'll lift this top leg about hip height, hand behind head, or where you need to put it. So let's bring our leg forward without moving the spine. And then back, and then forward, and then back. Now really reaching the crown of the head up and out. That chest is puffed out just slightly. And forward. And back. Last 3, 2, 1. Back to center, hold. Elbow to knee, big reach. Elbow to knee, big reach. Elbow to knee, big reach. Last 3, and 2. Oh, and the sun just came out at my house. Excellent. And let's finish up this very final one. And lower. Now let's set it up again. So we're gonna reach the bottom leg towards the corner of our mat, take this top leg and just fold it in front of it. So we're like more like in a banana shape. Now from here, side bend reach, we have 6 total. So hand is right on the hip. We're gonna lift and reach for 6 and down. Get the hips up and off the mat, reach and down. Gaze looking towards the mat, front of your mat. Halfway, listen, finish them up. We have 3. We don't give up in this class. Last 2. And finish up this final one. Okay. And swing the legs around. Toe touch test. Hold forward. Inhale. Big exhale out. Big inhale again. And exhale out. Release from the toes, and let's come into a couple more positions before we end our session together. So we're gonna come into a quadruped position, which is all fours. So let's set it up good. Remember our little motto here, success of an exercise is 90% set up. So knees in alignment with the hips, wrists in alignment with the shoulders. From here, we're gonna go into a cat-cow position. Now this is different than Pilates. So we want, slight difference. So first thing we wanna do when we round the spine into that cat position is we wanna tuck the tail under. Really, really, really big tuck. And then we scoop the head and scoop the chin to chest and look at the belly button. We're concentrating on our lumbar spine. Think L, lumbar, low back. So really tuck, tuck, tuck. Exhale. We want to inhale, go for that arched position. And then again, we're going to tuck the tail, big rounding of the spine into flexion. And then out, out, out. And then again, tuck, tuck, tuck. And then back. Last 3 to go. And 2. Belly scooped into the backbone. And very final one. Back to a neutral spine. We're going to get into a plank position. So start your plank position in this quadruped. You're gonna take one leg out, does not matter which one. You're gonna anchor down the toe, okay? Now staying in this exact position, you lift up the other leg. Oh my gosh, we're in a plank. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop one knee down at a time. And from here, we're gonna lie down onto our belly and we're gonna round up class with some back extension. So we live in a space where we are just texting all day, we are on our phones, we're on our laptops at a desk, we're rounding the spine. As humans, we are not meant to be rounding the spine. We're meant to have our spine nice and tall and erect. So we have to do a counter stretch to help get us back to where we need to be. So feet are heavy, about hip width apart. Hands onto the mat, elbows in, gaze down with a long neck. We exhale first. We inhale, we lift into a beautiful back extension, widen the chest, gaze looking up. We have a crown on the top of our head. We don't want it to fall. And then slowly lower down. Exhale first. Inhale, lift into your back extension. Legs are getting heavy, spine is long. And then lower, lower, lower. And then we inhale as we lift. Make sure the mid-back is really lengthening out and up. And then make sure we're pretending somebody's pulling our chest forward, pulling on our heart forward. And down. Final 2. And up, 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 up. Hold, hold. And down. The last one, we're going to hold up for a few counts. And up, 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 up. We hold for 5. Legs are heavy, chest is forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower yourself down. Okay, let's come and sit up. Let's face our screen to where we started. However you want to take that sit position. Either crisscross or mermaid or feet in front. We're going to end with a few deep breaths together. Okay. So we're going to do a nice big inhale up. We're going to do a big exhale all the way out. Just let everything go. And last time, big inhale all the way up, 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 up. And then exhale, just let everything go. Excellent work, everybody. So proud. Again, that was your basic Pilates mat class. Any questions or concerns, comment below, let me know. But it is always a pleasure to help lead you guys through these classes. Have a good day. Bye-bye.